Never eat scallops. What's up, YouTube? So the reason why I didn't post yesterday or go to the gym was because the day before for dinner I tried scallops for the first time, and not scallop potatoes, which are bomb, super unhealthy if you're trying to watch what you're eating. But I just want to make sure that I'm not covering up my microphone on my phone. Seafood, scallops seafood. Doesn't agree with me, like, at all. I mean, it was good, but it's not worth the penalty. So without getting into gruesome details, if you know what I'm talking about, then you might feel my pain. If you don't know what I'm talking about, well, I mean, you're just going to have to be left out, because I'm not talking about the side effects of eating that seafood. It's bad. It's really, really bad. If you're trying to drop weight, though, I could see why you'd want to, but anyway. Really good workout today. I'm in my car because I don't want to do my videos in bed. I'm actually at the gas station because my car needs gas. But let's see what's in the notebook today. So I'm not doing the treadmill, I'm doing the elliptical. I was on the elliptical for 30 minutes, managed to keep my heart rate at 140, and in 30 minutes I managed to run about 2 miles. Which is a terrible time, but I wasn't trying to beat any records, just my own. Bench press was awesome. It was really difficult. I'd like a little bit of feedback on what you guys think about what I did. So I managed to do 10 reps of 130 versus my last set, which was 16 reps of 170. The reason why I wanted a little bit of feedback was because it wasn't consistent reps. Like, normally when you're doing a rep, it's like boom, 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 and you're just cranking it out. I actually had to stop. So I don't know if my muscles had a chance to, like, regain any stamina or something, and I didn't get a workout as good as if I had just, kept up that tempo. So leave me a message in the comments and let me know if I cheated myself. I probably didn't rest more than 30 to 60 seconds. But if the only way to build muscle is to, keep a solid, pace, then that's something that I need to work on. I actually don't know the answer to that question, or if I worded that question clearly enough to get a decisive answer. Squats was an awesome day for me too. I managed to do 16 reps of 160 pounds versus 16 reps of 140 prior, which was awesome. And I'm doing the math when I'm in the gym to see what my weight should be before I jump on the machine. And because I didn't go to the gym yesterday, I wanted to kind of challenge myself a little bit by adding another exercise rather, into my workout, and that's something called a back extension. I had a really good conversation with a couple of the members at my gym and a couple of the employees, and I said, hey, I want to work on my lower back, strengthen the muscles that are carrying my gigantic stomach, so that as I'm losing the weight, my back is getting stronger too. Like, I don't want those muscles to atrophy. And they said, well, there's this really cool thing called a back extension, as far as an exercise goes. Excuse me. And what you do is Sorry, this guy's pulling out next to me. His car's making all kinds of noise. What you do is you get on this machine, and your like calf and your feet, your lower legs are locked in place. Oh, excuse me. And you basically like, so if the bottom of my wrist is where my feet are located, and like where my knuckles are is like your waist. You just kind of like go down, and I mean, I was touching the ground. There's different ways to do it. And then you come back up. And the way that you do the exercise is when you're pulling your body in this motion, you're supposed to be engaging your lower back. You're not supposed to be using your legs. You're supposed to be using your legs as like an anchor. And I felt it. I couldn't even do like a full set of 10. Like, this thing's like no joke, and I love it. It feels great. It's exactly what I was looking for. If you guys have the same type of goals that I do, hold on, I gotta sneeze. Excuse me, sorry about that. I've been waiting a while for that one. So, what was I saying? Yeah, back extensions. If you have similar goals, like, oh yeah, Charles, like I'm out of shape like you are, my body kind of looks the same as yours, or I have the same goals or whatever, I would highly, highly recommend this exercise. It feels amazing. It gave me the feeling that I was looking for, without even knowing what I was looking for. My lower back, like I just tore it all up in a good way. Like I know that my back got strengthened by doing this exercise. So back extensions, if your gym has one, or if you just want to do it, by yourself and find an ingenuitive way to exercise on your own, I would greatly find and encourage a way to emulate this exercise. For me, I give myself the physical challenge of trying to do a set of 20 reps. It was really difficult. But it feels great. If I look exhausted, that's literally because I just got out of the gym and I need to shave. But anyway, that's all I did today. Again, I always like to address the elephant in the room. If you want to work out and you don't, know where to start or what to do, the biggest thing that you can do for yourself when you know that you need to and you know that you want to, is holding on to that and finding a way to make it bigger. Like picture it as a balloon. A balloon is still a balloon whether it's inflated or deflated. It doesn't change. And this is a weird metaphor that I'm just creating right now. But if the metaphor is the balloon and it not being inflated represents not enough like motivation, you need to get that motivation bigger. You need to get that momentum bigger. And the way that you can do that, the way that you can inflate that balloon, is by creating small victories for yourself. So one of the things that I did was I disciplined myself and put myself on an eating regimen. And I told myself, if I can dedicate myself to stick to this diet, and you guys know I hate that word, because it implies failure. It implies that there's room to fail. And that's not the psychology that you want to go into this. My windows are fogging up. My car's not on. Oh well. To get that, motivational balloon bigger is to figure out a way to create to change the rules that your brain operates by. And there is no secret. The rules are different for everybody. So what worked for me was, telling myself, you need to get in shape. And I needed to figure out like how I could trick myself and my brain to build motivation, to fill up that balloon, because the balloon wasn't big enough to get me into the gym, you know? And the way that I did that was by sticking to an eating regimen for 2 months, which I addressed in my previous videos, which explains why I lost so much weight when I didn't even realize it. And, you know, creating those small victories day by day, because what's going to happen is you're going to be challenged to check the refrigerator when you're bored, overeat, eat when you're not supposed to, and also eat junk. And that's going to be like one of the biggest things. I was super skeptical when people said, you know, fitness is like 80% diet and 20% exercise. It's actually true. Like, I was convinced of that. Like, I'm a science person. I don't consider anything fact unless I experience it myself and like try it and like find out that it's true. You know, what would be a good example? I was about to use air as an example, but you can't really see air, but you can feel it. I don't know. Like, I can't stress that enough. Like, going into the gym, if you don't have the mental finesse to go in, it's going to create problems for yourself. And if I could create another metaphor just, you know, similar to that, I would strongly suggest that getting to the gym is 80% mental and 20% what you put in, because that 20% could be anything. It could be, you know, doing what I'm doing, which isn't even that much. I'm just doing one rep or one set of exercises, you know, per station. And for me, that's enough. But I had to, you know, put 2 months worth of effort in just to be able to put 20% into the gym. And I'm already seeing fantastic results. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to go into the gym and bust your ass. For me, what it meant is that it's psychological. Like, your mind is going to be like, dude, this freaking sucks. Like, I don't want to be here. I want to lay in my memory foam mattress where there's air conditioning and a fridge full of donuts or whatever, you know, complex carbohydrate with sugar, and just veg out. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but if you're out of shape like I am, you don't deserve it. That's how I feel. And I mean, everybody's entitled to live how they want, but if you want to get in shape, I just realized, like, I'm like super fired up right now. That's because I'm starting to see results, and it's like, I want other people to know what the secret is. And the secret is that it's all psychological. It's all in your mind. Like, mind over matter. You just trick yourself, set up the game in your favor, set yourself up for success. If you just go in to the gym without any type of psychological tempering, so to speak, to reference like blacksmithing, you're going to lose your temper, and your determination is going to break. And that's a real thing. So figure out a way to temper your mind so that whatever it is that you set your sights on, you can go do it, because you're psychologically strong enough to lift those weights. And that's what it comes down to. So I'm pushing 15 minutes. I need to get gas because my car is beeping at me. I met somebody on YouTube. Well, I didn't meet them, but they messaged me. They said, hey, do you have any like aspirations for this channel? Like, is there anything, like any type of equipment? Like, would you mind if I donated? And I was like, I'm not trying to do this to make money, but, you know, now that you mention it, I eventually want like a GoPro so that I can show people what I'm doing in the gym and stuff like that, and I don't have the money for it. So I'm eventually going to start like some type of, I don't know, like what do you call that? Like just a way to, a system for donations, I guess. but I don't want it to be about making money. I want it to be about getting my hands on stuff that makes these videos, because I don't want to do it on my phone all the time. It's actually kind of difficult because I'm always running out of space. And so if there's like a moment that I want to capture, like a birthday or something, I can't take a picture of it. So I eventually want to get like a GoPro or something, and I don't have the money for it. Excuse me. So if somebody wanted to give me money, I don't have a way of doing that. Besides mailing me a check, and that's sketchy. Like, I don't want it to be about making money. I can't stress that enough. But yeah, I eventually want things like GoPros, well, not plural, just one. And I haven't really given it much thought other than that, because I saw somebody else do it, and I was like, huh, maybe I could do that eventually. But anyway, I'm going to figure that out to see how I feel about it, because I don't want to associate my fitness with money. I don't want to monetize this documentary. You know, I just want it to be you know, from like one human being to another, just an act of kindness. Like, hey, this is what I'm doing, and I want you guys to see what's going on. Because if you've ever thought about it, you know, here's how to do it. You know, here's what worked for me. So, so I thought I'd announce that before I put something in action. Anyway, I appreciate you watching this video, and if you know somebody, maybe you're in shape and what I'm saying doesn't, you know, directly apply to you, tell them to come watch my channel. I'm going to try and post as often as I can. Make sure that you spread the word. Don't eat scallops. I don't think human beings were meant to eat those things. Oh, which reminds me, I was going to add 2 exercises to my workout, the back extensions, and I wanted to do one more, but I kind of had an accident and needed to leave the gym prematurely. It was really embarrassing, and that's all I'm gonna say. Don't eat scallops ever. It's not worth it. Just figure it out. But anyway, I'm gonna go. I gotta get gas. My car's fogging up. It looks weird, sketchy. I'm in a gas station. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next clip. Peace.